I want to have sex with my ex. If my ex is out there, let's have lots of sex. I know I'm too old. I'm too old now, and so I have to just. I should just give up at sex. It's crazy how nobody's listening, right? I say this thing every morning where I say, "Don't think about sex, aging, or death," and I get crazy about like sex for like really like the last like 5 years. I've been desperately, I've been desperately trying to get any woman in a 50-mile radius to let me put my dick in their pussy. And I used to be able to I have a fling with a person that I wasn't really that passionate about like 10 years ago. But I guess like I'm too old now. I guess like after 40 or something, it's just kind of like I'm at like a level of oldness where it's just like not, it's not attractive enough anymore or something. And so there's kind of like some crazy like kind of desperate feeling of just like I always feel like this. I always feel like about sex. I always feel like you can just if I put sex out of my mind, it's like oh sex like I just don't think about it. But then if I ever think about like oh my god, remember how great sex was? It feels like the eye of Sauron or something. It feels like oh that's a big deal and like you can get like nuts about it. It always feels like your body really wants you to like do that. My body gets like nuts. Like that's serious business. Anyway, get the point, Sean. I feel like I'm just exploring. I feel like this emotional roller coaster the last like half hour as I just was thinking about my ex, and now I'm making some desperate video being like, please let me have sex with you, because she might watch this, but she doesn't want to have sex with me, or I'm too old, or she wants like money. She wants somebody to like take care of her or pay for her or whatever, or maybe a combination of factors. I don't really know. I always say like the world is not words. It doesn't fit into one neat little package. But there's a lot of different factors. There's a lot of different factors with like that whole situation. Anyway, I'm just tripping out. I'm tripping out about like how crazy making the idea of like sex makes me. Just if I leave that subject alone, everything's fine. But if I start talking about it, I get like nuts. And then I feel like a high thinking about it. And then when I think about like, oh yeah, I'll probably never have sex with anybody I'm attracted to ever again. It's just this doom feeling. It's just this total just death, deflated, like total loss of motivation, like blue balls feeling. And so it's crazy. It always feels like your body really wants you to do that. You can say all sorts of stuff like, "Oh, like I have better things going on in my life." But then if you suddenly think about like sex, there's like a like it's like feels really good if you think about sex with somebody you're really attracted to, and then you think about no sex. You're too old, Sean. You fucked it up. You're not growing up. You're not gonna get a job. It's a seller's market, and women have the pussy, and they want what they can get for it, and they can get a lot from some guy. And so, what's the point? I don't know. It's just this emotional roller coaster. This voice in my head that says, "Grow up, Sean. Grow up." But nobody's listening, right? But I have to. It's weird how crazy making the subject of sex is. And what, Sean? I just go back to this time when I think about like my ex. When she broke up with me, I was really crazy for like a month, and then like after like a year or something, I was like, I'll do it. I'll like I started to think like, oh, like when I was with my ex. Get the point, Sean. I don't want to talk about this a lot, but I'm trying to review these things in my head. When I was with my ex, she kind of like her mom and stuff, they were kind of pressuring me to like get like a real job, and so I was like, I'll do it, I'll be a hero, and I got like a real job. But then she was kind of flirting with other people, and then I thought my friends were basically saying like she's just trying to get you to like pay for her. And then I was like, oh, like I was very naive, and I thought like I always thought somebody would like love me like my parents love me. And then people were like, no, grow up, dude, like she wants to see what she can get. And so I got all cynical, and I was like, oh, she just wants me to pay for stuff. And so I just quit my job, and I was like, well, let's see if she like still stays with me. And then she kind of stayed with me for a while, but then she kind of broke up with me. And so get the point, Sean. I don't know, now that I'm older, I don't really know. I think there's like a multitude of different factors that happen with stuff, but there's a lot of things now where I think basically I really am kind of like too old. That's a major factor. If I had a kid, my kid would be like 18 by the time I was a senior citizen. So I think it's basically like too late. That's a consideration. What else? Also, I really don't want to get a job. Like I always feel like now that I'm older and now I see things in like more practical terms, there's kind of a feeling where I want to say to the world, like, is that the deal? That's the deal with like adult relationships. Is like, if you want sex, you gotta pay for it in the form of like stable job, and the world kind of says like, yes, that's the deal. And I'm like, well, then it's too much bad stuff for not enough good stuff. And so I think I'm just gonna live irresponsibly like a big grown-up immature person until the grave. See, I shouldn't think about sex or death or aging. It's like a dark triad. If I want to have like a really bad day, just start thinking about sex, and then I think about sex, I think about aging, then I think about aging, then I think about death, then I think about death, then I think about sex, then I think about aging. It's like a really bad, just guaranteed road to like a bad day. But it's interesting to me how much I crave my ex's pussy, to the degree where I'm making this video and I'm just being like, please just I just want to come in your pussy. But then I get like this endorphin high even talking about it, and then she's probably not even gonna watch this, and now in a few minutes I'm gonna come back to reality and be like, you'll never see her ever again, Sean, and you'll never get your dick in a pussy that you're attracted that you really want to get. Which one? It's just over. It's over, Sean. You have to proceed to the grave completely sexless, and just don't think about how great your ex's pussy. Oh God, I really love my ex's pussy. Anyway, get over it. I know, but I just want to make this video just basically in some desperate attempt to say, if my ex ever watches this, if you let me fill you up with cum with no condom, I'll get a job. If you let me make you, if I can make you pregnant, then I'll get a job, and then I'll pay for stuff. But if I can't do that, then there's no point in getting some job that I hate, because I don't need anything that costs any money. Anyway, but she's not even watching this. Maybe she's watching it though. Maybe she's watching it. God, I really craved her pussy. I just loved her pussy. If I could get naked with her and fill her up with cum, my body really wants to do that. My chest is just endorphins. It's like, oh, my dwindling libido is just like, please. Maybe she can still get pregnant before she's too old. What do you think, Sean? I don't know. There's like a desperate feeling of like, fuck, like we're already like too old. She probably can't even have kids anymore. What do you think? It's all very depressing. Anyway, I should drop this subject. I shouldn't even upload this video, but I'm gonna upload it just because why not? Because no one watches my thing anyway. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Like, I always think like, why do most men do it? I guess like the grown-up thing is to get a job that you hate and pay for pussy in one way or another. I must not be like man enough or something, or I must not crave pussy as much as other men who go do that horrible job and just all that humdrum shit all day long just to pay for pussy. Or most men don't have a dad who infinitely pays their bills, or most men who do that humdrum shit, or maybe they really like that humdrum shit, or maybe they just don't have a lot of creative ways to spend their time, and they're just like, fuck it, might as well get a job. Who knows? Anyway, there's just physical reality, and the physical reality is my ex is 20 miles away, and my dick is not in her pussy, and it's probably not going to be in her pussy ever again. But if it can be, if you're watching this, Christy, let's just have lots of sex. Let's have lots of sex. We'll get naked. We'll have lots of sex, and then if I make you pregnant, then I'll get the job. I'll do the stuff. I'll do the whatever. It's just the PTA meetings and medical insurance. I'll get all the stuff. But if no sex, then no work. No pussy, no worky. Those are the fucking rules. She's not even watching this anyway. Worth a try though. Worth a try. All right. Pathetic. I don't know. I have nothing to lose. I really do want to have sex with my ex, and so she might watch this. I tried to write her an email, but she won't write to me. But uh, let's just have lots of sex. Let's have lots of sex. All right. Now I have to make a special effort to like pull myself out of the doldrums. I'm gonna have like blue balls for the rest of the day. It's crazy how like nobody's listening, right? I'm gonna shut up a second. I know this is really pathetic and cringy, but it's crazy how like there's like a hornet's nest of like the subject of sex. If I just don't talk about sex forever, it's fine. If I start to mess around with that hornet's nest, there's like this like endorphin high, and then there's this doom feeling. It's like getting into like a temporary hot tub of like, oh my god, remember how great sex with my ex was? And it's like, oh, maybe I can write her a message, we might have sex. There's like a high, and then it's like, no, she's never gonna see you again, and you're just never gonna get laid with anybody you're attracted to ever again. And then it's just this horrible, demotivating. It feels like your body really wants you to like complete your mammal mission, and if you just don't think about it, you can just kind of lead a nice, innocent, childlike existence. But if you mess with that hornet's nest, you can get kind of nuts, and then there's like a just doom feeling, like stinking road of skulls and just death and just cold gray, bleh, just fucking. It's really a bad feeling. What's the point? I don't know. I'm gonna do my little Zoom improv acting class. I'm gonna feel bad, but it'll pull me out of the slump, and I'll go pig out on some junk food. And just for the record though, I should really avoid the subject of sex, and if I do get on the subject of sex, I should steer my brain away from it quickly before I start like getting nuts and thinking more and more about it, and then making some desperate video to my ex being like, let me in your pussy one more time please.